Therapy can be absolutely life-changing if you do it right, but it's not meant to last forever. So, how do you know when it's time to stop? Today, I'm going to reveal the key signs that you need to pay attention to so that you know when it's time to move on.
Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same.
If you're watching this video,
as they were
you
a
know
year ago.
that therapy is a powerful process that can help you develop the tools you need to manage your mental health independently. However, it's really important to know when it's right and when the time is for you to start flying solo, so to speak, and using those tools. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to reveal 3 key indicators for you that will be the signs that you absolutely are ready to get out there and to try to use those tools as effectively as possible in your own life. So let's get into those 3 key indicators. Very quickly, before I get into these 3 metrics that you're going to use, remember, I'm on a mission to help people manage their stress better in life. So I would love it if you would join my community. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this with everyone you know that can benefit from this content.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Okay, so anytime you start therapy, you're going to set some initial goals based on your presenting problem. So for example, if you come in with social anxiety, you might set some goals of, I want to engage more with people currently in my life. Or number 2, I want to get more comfortable in certain social situations. Small talk at parties, talking to people in classes or at work, things like that. Number 3, I want to meet new people. I want to improve the way my life is peopled. These would be some initial goals that we would probably set together if you came in with the issue of social anxiety. So, if you are working on these goals and if you get to a point where you are doing better in those goals, for example, let's say you are much more confident in social situations. You don't get sweaty, you don't get heart palpitations, you don't stutter, you don't feel like you are really as anxious as you were in the beginning in the same situations. Or let's say you now have many more friends in your life than you did initially when you started therapy. Or you forgot that you used to be that anxious in certain social situations, right? That is a sign that you've made progress towards those initial goals. That, you guys, is a key indicator that maybe you're ready to fly solo. Now, on the other hand, maybe you haven't made the progress you need towards your initial goals that you set. So in my initial example, you have social anxiety and you're coming in and you want to improve your interactions with people. You want to reduce the physical signs of anxiety you get in social situations, and you wanted to feel much more confident in yourself in social situations, right? Or you wanted to make more friends. Any of those are great goals if you have social anxiety. Let's say you've been working together for a while, but you just feel like you cannot make progress. Why would you not make progress? There's several reasons why. And I have several videos that you can watch on my YouTube channel. I'll post a couple here that'll help you figure out, do you have a good fit with your therapist? But that could be one reason you're not making progress. Maybe there's not a good rapport or a trust with your therapist. Maybe your therapist is inexperienced dealing with this issue. Maybe your therapist just is not as engaged as you want them to be. Maybe it feels like they're just kind of going through the motions and they're not paying attention to important details in your life. They're not remembering your best friend's name or your spouse's name or things like that that indicate they are really engaged in helping you along your path. Or simply, maybe you haven't put in the time and effort needed to improve your social anxiety, if that's the example we're using. And maybe you realize, I keep coming in, but I'm not really doing the homework my therapist has given me, and I'm not getting better, and my motivation is waning. Those signs of lack of progress towards your goals could be a reason why it's important for you to now get out of therapy and reassess. Now, lastly, the third way you'll know you're ready to stop therapy is when you feel much more balanced. And how will you know you feel more balanced? a key indicator here, and I hear this all the time with my clients, and I've been doing this for well over 20 years. When my clients start saying things like, I knew what you were going to tell me, Dr. Smith, and I did it on my own. Or, I hear you, Dr. Smith, in my head, and that voice told me this is the right choice and this is not the right choice. What that means when my clients tell me that is they have internalized our discussions. They are now able, quote unquote, to parent themselves. The goal of therapy, after all, is give you the tools so that you can independently manage your mental health, right? What that means is, can you develop the tools to parent, to monitor, to manage yourself in your life? That's a great goal. And so when I hear indicators like this, when I hear my clients talking about, I knew you would say this, or we talked about this many times, Dr. Smith, and so I knew what to do. Those are signs that you're much more balanced now, and you've got an internal model that's different than when you started therapy. It's such a wonderful sign. And it's a sign, hey, I'm ready to get out there and do this on my own. Okay, so I want to give you some final thoughts to take away with you when you leave this video.
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance.
And by the way, thank you. Thank you for stopping by and watching my video. Of all the videos you could watch, you're watching this one. So I would love it if you would hit like and subscribe and join my community so that we can grow together. Okay? That being said, some closing thoughts. First of all, therapy is a tool. It's not a crutch. In other words, it's something that you should use as an adjunct in your life, something to help you get over a hump, to get over a period of time, to get over a big transition, to improve a certain area of your life. Once you get that, it's important to go out there and do it on your own. A lot of people look at therapy as a crutch, and they just stay in it for an undetermined amount of time with no end in sight. First of all, let's be real. Therapy can be expensive if you're doing it the right way with the right therapist. It can be expensive because good therapists are worth their weight in money.
That's all I have to say about that.
I mean, why would you want to do it without any end in sight, right? So I want you to keep that in mind. Therapy should be start and finish. Now, I've had multiple clients over the years, and I've done this over 20 some years, okay, who come in for initial issue. In my example, social anxiety. We work through it for a period of time. They get better. Go out and try it on your own. And then they come back years later sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10 years later. They return with a new issue that they want to work on. That, you guys, is healthy. That's a healthy way to use therapy. So don't look at it as a crutch. Look at it as a tool that you can use at certain points in your life to get over the hump, okay? The second thing I want to say here, and it's really important, is based on that last example, you can always return to therapy later. So, in other words, go out and try this stuff for a little while. All the stuff you've learned, all those good discussions you've had with your therapist, and you're internalizing the lessons that you've learned, go out and practice them. You can always come back later if it doesn't work out, okay? Very important to look at it that way. You can always return later. Thank you again for watching my video. I'm Dr. Leif Smith. If you've got experience with beginning and ending therapy, I would love for you to share it in the comment section below. What was it like for you? How did you know when it was time for you to end your therapy?
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back.